So I want to talk to you guys about some of the cards that I'm really excited for in the new Lorwyn Eclipsed set for Magic the Gathering, because it's a set I'm really looking forward to. I wasn't playing when the first Lorwyn came out, so I didn't get to experience what was a lot of people's favorite set at the time, and it's still probably just a big fan favorite in a lot of it, in a lot of circles. So I just really wanted to take some time to talk to you guys about the cards that I'm looking forward to the most in this set. I don't do standard. If it's not commander, I don't care. I simply don't. So just keep that in mind. I do have some very limited knowledge on other formats, but when I talk about these cards, I'm mainly talking about them within commander context, commander format. So keep that in mind as we go through these and have some fun here. Bree of Clan Stout Arm seems really fun. I'm not a massive life gain guy, but it does seem very fun in the aspect that it gives life gain access to some good card draw and some really good juice, because it cheats stuff out if you've gained enough life this turn during your turn. And if you get like Teferi's Protection off the top and nobody's threatening a win or you're not too concerned, you can just put it into your hand, right? You don't have to cast it. The overall, really solid life gain piece. I used to have a Fire Song and Sunspeaker deck. I might rebuild that just to put this in there. I'm not sure if it'll be too good as a commander in of itself, but really, really good piece overall, I feel like, for life gain decks. So hopefully this gives them the juice to see some more life gain decks in the wild. The next card I want to talk about is a card I'm actually pretty excited for. In terms of commander, hopefully I see some of this. I don't live in an area with millions of people, so who knows what I'll see. But Grub Storied Matriarch / Grub Notorious Auntie looks like a really fun goblin commander, because it's not Kranko and it's not Muxus. And if you've seen one of those decks, you have seen them all. So I'm very excited to maybe even just build this. I've been wanting to build a goblin deck for a while, and I always feel very like, this is just the same thing that everybody else plays all the time. So this just seems very, very fun. It gives you recursion. You're in Rakdos. So you have access to great utility pieces like Black Market Connections and Bastion of Remembrance. So I'm really looking forward to this. Hopefully it works well. The next card I really want to talk about is a card that I already actually have a home for. It is a pseudo Gaia's Cradle, right? Because it doesn't count. Oh, maybe it is just a regular Gaia's Cradle, essentially stapled onto a creature. Because Gaia's Cradle only works if you have creatures, and this does not count itself. But Brigid, is it Clatchin's Heart / Brigid Dune's Mind? What a card. It's going into my Black Panther deck. I am so excited for this card because I recently reworked my Black Panther deck to have some big mana gainers in there so I could have some bigger turns. This does everything I need it to do in that deck. Mana, creatures, tokens. Could not possibly ask it to do anything more, I think, in any sense. What a card. I know I said earlier I'm not a big life gain player, but my Black Panther deck is the one exception because I'm a black guy. I love Black Panther. I love black superheroes. On that note, I cannot wait to see what the new Black Panther looks like in Marvel superheroes. Oh boy, I'm so excited. back to Brigid though. This card is going to slot in really well. I might even have to take out another big mana gainer to put it in, though, just because this one does more. The problem is it's a little slow, right? So we'll see what I come up with. But when I get to that point, I'll post a deck tech for each of my current decks that I have. A lot of them are currently deassembled just because of financial situations. I haven't been able to build all the ones that I want to, but I will definitely be going over deck techs in future videos. The next card I want to talk about is my favorite card from the set so far, and that is Marilyn Fae Ascendant. Sultai is probably my favorite 3-color scheme in Magic, so when I say that when I saw this, I geeked out a little bit. I geeked. I immediately knew I was building this. There was no question in my mind. This card seems so fun, but so annoying too at the same time. This triggers. It's off of each fairy or elf that enters the field, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure I'm not misremembering this here really quick. Where is it at? Yeah, what? So whenever Marilyn or another elf or fairy you control enters, this is not a once a turn ability. This is every single time. And those are, one of them is one of the greatest creature types of all time, and the other one is no slouch itself, right? Elves are so good. Fairies are so versatile. This deck is going to be a problem. People are going to loathe playing this, right? I can't even begin to tell you how much people are going to hate this card. This is so good. And you have access to what are arguably the 3 best colors in all of Magic, at least in my opinion. You're going to be able to ramp with your elves very early and get this out probably turn 3, turn 2, depending on how you build your deck. There should be no reason that come turn 3 you aren't able to play this, depending on how you build your deck. Or at least, not every game, obviously, but on a consistent basis, you should be able to get this card out turn 3 and start wreaking absolute havoc and using other people's decks to kill them. This is going to be so fun. I'm not usually a big theft guy. I have one theft deck. That's Greven Predator Captain. Very fun deck. Very Voltron, though. Very susceptible to getting taken out. This is not going to face that problem. There's so many ways to build this. I will be going over deck techs on this one very soon. What a card. This is going to be one of the big ones from the set, I think, in terms of like people building this as a commander. I can't. What a card. It looks like it's going to be so fun to play. I'm not looking forward to playing against it. I think that's just overall going to be a very big problem. Mutable Explorers, one of the cards that at first glance I was like, why does this seem very underwhelming? I didn't understand the hype for it. Excuse my nose. I got into a car accident yesterday, so yeah. But anyway, a Mutable Explorer is something that I really wasn't sure, like, why does this seem very underwhelming? I didn't understand it at first. Didn't seem very good. Then I took another look at it and watched a few videos and understood, oh, this is just creating you a land. I wasn't registering at first that it was just creating you a land. This is really good. I don't know how much play it's going to see just because it feels like it's only going to slot like super well into like recursion and blink/bounce decks. I don't feel like I see the ladder with access to green very much. I could be very wrong and just not thinking of certain things right now. I'm not sure how much play this is going to see. I'm going to put this in my Yarick deck because, hey, turn 3, turn 2, if I can get there, whatever, right? Create 2 lands if I have my commander out, right? Very, very good piece, right? I think in limited, within the realm of standard, it should see some decent amount of play, but I'm not sure. It's still a card to probably keep your eye on. I know we're pre-release of the set, and I think I saw that it was going for like $12 right now. And I know that's inflated. I know all of them are inflated, but still something to keep an eye on for sure as we go on, and definitely a piece I think in the future as we maybe see more blink and bounce decks with access to green, that price starts to fluctuate a little bit. So, if you find yourself with a lot of these, I'd hold on to them for sure, just because I think it's a piece that could really see some play in the future as we get more and more stuff and they start to focus on stuff that hasn't always been focused on here, like they've done within this set with -1/-1 counters. The next card is going to be Hexing Squelcher. I have a home for this card, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. The The home is Chandra. That's a deck that does not get messed with very often. And as great as this card is, making changes to that deck is just really difficult because of how it's constructed. The hype is this card, right? Trunks. You really think you deserve that much hype? Or whatever he says in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I am the hype. That's this card, right? That is this card. It gives red a lot of juice. This is stupid. To be completely honest, not in a bad way, but just like it's going to really force players who are playing against it to have to deal with certain things that they wouldn't normally deal with when it comes to red, right? Red has gotten access to a lot of really good redirection stuff, deflecting SWAT, redirect lightning, bolt band, etc., etc. This is just as good, if not better, and obviously in different ways. But I think you'll see this one a bit more, just because it shuts down counter spells in general, and now you don't have to waste mana you don't have to hold mana up necessarily to redirect stuff unless you're just trying to protect it. So I think this is a really good card. Obviously, it's Spider-Punk on steroids, and it only benefits you. This is going to probably just see CEDH play regardless. I'm not big in CEDH at all. From my very limited knowledge, I would assume this is just going to see some really good play. I very, very easily slottable, right? Very cheap, too, right? It's like a 2-drop. It's ridiculous. And it's got Ward. So, look out for this card. This is going to be a problem. The last cards that I want to talk about before we move on to the pre-cons are the Elemental Incarnations. I'm kind of disappointed, not with the cards themselves, but just that like we're probably not getting more than what they've revealed at this point. They've revealed 4. They're all really solid pieces. Wistfulness and Deceit are immediately going into Yarick as soon as I can get a hold of them. They're all solid pieces. I'm not sure how much play they're going to see in like standard or even in like draft. They do all have access to Evoke 2, right? That's really good, obviously. So they'll probably see actually really decent play, but I'm not sure, like, for like newer players who may not understand everything, right? Or who are just kind of getting into Magic, they may not understand this. So if you are a newer player, keep your eye out for these cards. If you're drafting, right, or just opening packs, keep your eye out for these cards. These are really versatile. They have really good ETB effects. So keep your eye out for these as a newer player. Veteran players, you know what you're doing. You don't need to tell me what to do. You don't need me to tell you what to do, right? But yeah, those are the cards that I really wanted to talk about for the set. I'll be going over the pre-cons in a separate video. Just because I want to break down like how they'll play a little bit more. I want to go into a bit more detail with those. But other than that, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video here. This is my very first video on my new social media pages, and hopefully we can really build a community here. I'll try to post at least weekly at the very least. And you guys can always reach out, shoot me an email. It's just livingtopdeck@gmail.com. Other than that, though, again, really appreciate you guys. Have a great day.